gamers, and welcome back to a new series called DBD Mythbusters. This series is inspired by Pepsi, do go check them out, and in this series we bust or confirm DBD myths. If you have a suggestion for a myth, make sure to leave a comment down below, including the word myth anywhere in that comment. And now without further ado, let's get right into the myths. Using any means necessary on a pallet with chemical trap keeps the trap on the pallet. Any means necessary, a Yui Kimura perk, allows you to put drop pallets back in the upright position. Chemical trap, an Gewoon teachable. After repairing 20% of a generator, this perk activates. You can then put a trap on a drop pallet, and when a killer kicks it, they gain minus 50% hindrance status effect. However, if we put a trap on a drop pallet and then we pick it back up with any means necessary, does the trap stay active? Since we now know that chemical trap stays active when using any means, we can go to the next myth. Breaking a pallet with chemical trap using Spirit Fury still applies this slow. Spirit Fury is a spirit teachable. When after breaking 2 pallets, the perk activates, and if you now get stunned by a pallet, the pallet instantly gets destroyed. Does destroying this pallet with Spirit Fury also activate Chem Trap? To once again up this myth, we now have Champion of Light and Chemical Trap stack. Champion of Light is an Alan Wake teachable that slows the killer for 20% after blinding them. Can we combine the 50% slow from Chemical Trap with the 20% slow of Champion of Light to get up to a total slow of 70%? Increasing your FOV with the new FOV slider increases the angle that you can get flashlight blinded. Since the DBD 7.5.0 update in 2024, there's now an FOV slider that ranges from 87 all the way up to 103. If we put our FOV on the lowest setting possible, do we still get flashlight blinded if we don't see the survivor? In this first clip, I got the max FOV of 103. And in this second clip, I got an FOV of 87 where I can see the survivor. As Death Stinger, getting stunned by breaking your chain activates Hubris. Hubris is a night teachable where if you get stunned by a survivor, that survivor suffers from the exposed status effect for 20 seconds. Continuing this myth, more importantly, does it trigger Hex 2 Can Play? Hex 2 Can Play is a Chucky teachable that every time you're stunned or blinded by any survivor 2 times, a dull totem turns into a hex. When this hex is active, it blinds all survivors who stun or blind you for 1.5 seconds. On the map Nostromo Landing, the play can affect the lever for the trap machine. On this map there's 2 levers that reset the pipes that blow out steam that slow anyone who walks past. The question is, can the plague, apart from gens, chests, etc., also infect this lever? As the artist, when using the add-ons Ink, Egg and Severed Hands, you can insta-down a survivor or 2. The Severed Hands add-on causes survivors with crows on them to infect other survivors within 3 meters with crows as well. The Ink Egg add-on increases the number of summonable crows by 1. Using a brand new part on the generator or using invocation weaving spiders decreases the time it takes to craft a flashbang. Flashbang is a Leon Kennedy perk which allows you to craft a flashbang after repairing 40% of a generator. With invocation weaving spiders, after completing a ritual in the basement, we take away 10 charges of a generator. With a brand new part we can also take away 10 charges of a generator. So will that mean that, now that there's less charge on the generator, it takes less time to charge a flashbang? While in Deep Wound, activating Second Wind and Adrenaline at the same time will heal you for only 1 health state. Second Wind, a Steve Harrington perk, activates after healing the 1 health state of another survivor. Now after getting off the hook, you become broken for 20 seconds and afterwards get healed for 1 health state. Adrenaline, a Mac Thomas perk, will heal you for 1 health state and give you a small sprint burst after the last gen is popped. If these perks activate at exactly the same time, will you heal for 1 or 2 health states. Despite the endless amount of times I've tried timing these perks at exactly the same time, we've always come to the conclusion that both perks activate and you always get healed 2 health states. 1 health state to get out of the Deep Wound status effect, and then 1 health state to heal you back to full HP. Fire Up speeds up grabbing survivors off of a generator. The perk Fire Up from Freddy gains 1 token for every gen completed. Every token gives you a 6% speed bonus for the following events: picking up and dropping survivors, breaking breakable walls, pallets, or damaging gens, and vaulting windows. Does that mean that picking survivor off of generator also counts as picking up, and therefore is done quicker with Fire Up? Power Struggle will stun the Singularity if Overclock is active. Power Struggle is an LED teachable where if you have 15% wiggling progress, you can stun the killer while he's walking through a pallet and escape from the killer's grasp. The Singularity gains Overclock for 5.7 seconds after teleporting to a survivor. In this time he's got 3% haste and he can get stunned with pallets. So will Power Struggle still stun the Singularity and let the survivor go free? Pyramid Head's Judgment can down survivors after they leave through the gates. Pyramid Head's power is a ranged power that can still shoot through the exit gates. So will he also be able to down survivors? In addition, can the Unknown with his ranged attack still down survivors after they leave through the gates? Healing another survivor while in Deep Wound and using Solidarity can partially mend or gain healing progress despite being in Deep Wound. Solidarity, a Jane Romero perk, returns 70% of the healing progress you're doing on others. So will mending others also return the mending progress? Now that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for upcoming Mythbuster videos, please leave them down below in the comments.